Hi guys, it is Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different setting today. I am back home after traveling for a super long time. That's kind of why my uploads have been very inconsistent, but I hope you guys enjoyed my travel vlogs. So I have been wanting to do this video since the school year kind of ended. I have really wanted to do a high school advice video. So as some of you may know, I just graduated high school in June. It's crazy, it feels like it was last week. Summer is flying by. But I actually gave a speech at my graduation, and a lot of people really liked it. I really loved it. And so I'm kind of going to share with you guys some of the things that I talked about, some things that I think are just kind of not talked about enough, at least kind of like in my town and my school district. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 5 kind of most important things I think everyone should know in high school. So let's get started. Okay, so my first kind of piece of advice is really just to dig deep, to be involved, and not just to be involved because you want to put it on your application or because you feel kind of obligated to do it. Like, really try and find something you love through and through, because that I feel like helped me so much through high school. And keeping busy a lot also helps, because you know, kind of the less free time you have, the more you learn how to really structure your time efficiently and get stuff done, so you have more time to like hang out with friends and have fun. For me, I was a competitive swimmer up until my senior year, so that meant practicing 2 hours a day every day, 7 days a week, and oftentimes going to practice in the morning as well. So that's like a really intense example, but it's stuff like that that really I think helped me stay focused and just stayed kind of, I don't know, just concentrating on what was really important and didn't leave me a lot of time to like hang out with friends and have fun. So I really did appreciate it when I could have fun and hang out with friends. Student government, that was the other massive thing that I was a part of. I did student government from 7th grade all the way until senior year. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was definitely like what I was super passionate about, because I really did like swimming and I made so many good friends from it, but I think that I was a better like leader, I guess, than I was swimmer. I wasn't like a crazy good swimmer, and you know, when you're practicing like 20 hours a week, at some point you have to be like, is this really worth it? So I took on a pretty big leadership role my senior year, and I had so much fun with it. It was definitely a lot of work and a lot of kind of behind the scenes practice, but being able to kind of put on that role, being in high school, was so much fun. I'm just sharing you guys examples of what I did. So I did swimming, I did student government, I was a Girl Scout all the way through. People totally made fun of me for it, but it was awesome. I actually finished my gold award, and that was super awesome. And I was also part of a group called National Charity League, where we did philanthropy work, and it was like a lot of mother and daughter work. So I had a very busy schedule, and totally not everyone should have this busy of a schedule. Although a lot of times, if you're like just an athlete, that takes up as much time, you know, as one could possibly need. But I just really loved to stay busy, and I really did enjoy all the things that I was doing, and I loved meeting new people through all of them. So it's really just what works for you. Find something that you like, find something that you care about, find just people that you like, and maybe you're gonna share some interests. I joined clubs my senior year. Just dig deep, be involved, because you only have 4 years, and for me, I was only on a high school campus for 3. It was 10th through 12th grade, so I wanted to make sure that I really made the most out of my 3 years there. Okay, so moving on to kind of my second piece of advice, is basically, if you want it, get it. High school is kind of a weird time where you are almost an adult, but you're like still a kid, so teachers definitely start kind of treating you differently. So some people choose to go to college after high school, some people choose to take a lot of different paths, but if you want something, if you want to go to college, if you want to join a sports team, even if you just missed a day of class, if you have to really start taking accountability for your actions and what you do, if you miss a day, a lot of times my teachers weren't didn't come up to me and just like give me the work that I missed. I had to ask friends or like make a meeting time with my teacher, and you have to schedule like makeup for tests. So really trying to make sure you're taking accountability for everything. You're emailing your teachers if something isn't right. You're asking them if you can do extra credit, if you're super close, if you're at like a B plus and you're really trying to get for an A. But just making sure that you are taking accountability for your actions and making sure that you are following through with everything. Third piece of advice is probably one of my favorites. Ooh, my ponytail is looking a little crazy. But my third piece of advice is one of my favorites, and this is what actually my graduation speech was about, and it was titled, "You Are Not a Number." I live in a very, very amazing school district, and there's so much emphasis on academics, and there are so many smart people in this town. It's insane. But I saw this especially change in high school, is that my friends, just my peers, everyone started to put so much emphasis on what grades they were getting. They were like, oh, if I don't get a 4.0, if I don't get straight A's, like I'm not going to college. I'm not going to get into a good college. I'm not going to get into a good enough college. And that just really made me sad, because I just felt like I never wanted to look back at high school and be like, shoot, you know what, I got good grades, but I didn't really have fun. I didn't hang out with my friends. I didn't do this. And people put so much just concern and worry into going like to a good college. Like, you can go to community college. You don't have to go to college. You can go to wherever it may be. You know, not everyone is going to go to UCLA. So just kind of being content with that. My junior year, I really struggled. It's a hard year for everyone, but science and math were never my strong suit, and I didn't get very good grades in, you know, I was like passing and it was all good, but I didn't get very good grades, and it really started to beat me down. But I realized that, you know, I was participating so many things. I was doing student government. I was doing things I loved, and I was surrounding myself with people that really made me happy, and making sure that I was trying really hard in school, but still, you know, saving some time to just have fun and be a teenager and not always be so concerned about if I'm getting like a perfect SAT score or not. So do not get too wrapped up in what your GPA is. Obviously, really try your best to get good grades. And I know for me, something that I love to do is, like, especially for math, I would go in almost every day at lunch and have my teacher help me, and that shows your teachers so much that like you really do care about the work. You just, maybe it's not your strong suit, so you just need a little extra help. But teachers see that and they really do appreciate it, and it definitely helped me with tests, with grades, just with their overall respect towards me as a student. So don't get too wrapped up in what your GPA is, because trust me, it'll all be fine. It'll work out. My fourth piece of advice is that friends don't come in numbers. My friends changed kind of a lot over the years. For example, when I was a sophomore, I was friends with a lot of seniors, but then the seniors graduated. And then that kind of happened to me junior year again. So then senior year, I was like, shoot, like I was always friends with kind of like older people that were in my student government class. But it's just crazy how you meet people through clubs, and like how I met my best friend Savannah was just like, we had so many mutual friends for so many years, and we just like never really connected, and then all of a sudden we did. So find just like people you trust, find people you care about. It doesn't matter how popular you are, it doesn't matter how cool they are, just find people that literally make you happy, and being with good people will just make you feel good. I don't even know how to explain it really. This is probably making no sense, but find people that, you know, make you more positive, that make you happy, that make sure that you're getting to where you want to be. You know, don't get mixed up in the wrong crowd and kind of like lose track of maybe what your goals are. Make sure you're hanging out with people that, you know, still keep you in line and keep you motivated and focused, but at the same time, people that make you happy and just remind you to have fun. So just find your people, whether that's 100 people or one person, it really doesn't matter. As long as you have a support system even teachers and just your parents. Like, yeah, find your group. Going for my fifth piece of advice now that I'm officially sweating. Alright, so my fifth piece of advice is just super cheesy and straightforward, and you've definitely heard this a bajillion times before. So I'm loving just the hot tub in the background. That's a really good look. Fifth piece of advice is to have fun. I'm, like I said, really glad that I took some time to have fun as well as try hard in school, because I can look back and say that I met lifelong friends and I had a blast. And at the same time, I really did try my best and put my best foot forward with whatever I did. And once I started something, I rarely ever quit. But you only do this once. You only have this unique opportunity of being in high school one time. So seriously, take advantage of it to the fullest extent. Involve yourself in everything. You know, put yourself out there, because you never know where like your cool group of friends could be. You know, you never know if they're gonna be in like some club that you join. You never know if they're gonna be on this sports team. Just try, because you will never regret just seeing what's out there. Have fun. It's a very, very fun time. I'm kind of sad high school is over, but at the same time, I'm super excited to move on to the next chapter of my life. Please keep in mind that I'm not a high school expert, obviously. I just am pretty happy with how my high school experience turned out, and I guess I just wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, if this didn't work for you, or if this is not how you like to do things, that's 100% fine. These are just obviously my opinions and how I chose to go about my high school experience, and everything turned out absolutely fine for me. It really does all work out in the end, and people would always say that, but I'd be like, no, I'm gonna be that one person that like proves everyone wrong, but it really does work out. If you guys liked this video, if you liked me, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I want to tell you when I post videos, but as of right now, it's a little all over the place. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this high school advice video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.